The short story A Dead Man's Shoes is written by David Evans. The story is about Anne, a white woman who has lost her husband. She lives on the countryside in South Africa, and when her man dies, a lot of men want to marry her because she has money and land. Anne says to all the men that want to marry her that the one who can fit her dead man's shoes will be her new husband. And all the men tries the shoe, but no one fits it. In the end, her black slave Sam tries the shoe, and it fits him, so he marries him. The dead man's shoe could in reality be Sam's shoe, and Anne only makes this trick with the shoe to get an excuse to marry her black slave because she loves him and she don't care about rich or white men.
Yes, you can also relate the story to the fairy tale Snow White, because in Snow White there is like 7 dwarves who are represented, and in the story Dead Man's Shoes there is 7 different suitors, and all these suitors has 7 different personalities and qualities, and so does the dwarves in Snow White. And you can see that on page 2, line 24 to 43. And we have Merritt Screwbeck, who is a lawyer, and he's the cleverest, and his wife went off with an agricultural machinery salesman. And then there's Harry Smith. He is an auctioneer and the oldest and a bachelor. He's 65. Then there is Jamie Roy. He's a farmer and bereaved and the youngest, so he's 45. Then there's Hans Simon, and he's the butcher, he's widowed and the biggest. Then there's Jappy Van Us, and he's a farmer and the richest, and lost his wife in a terrible shooting accident. Then there's Frank Sellers, he's a trader and a bachelor, and he's the nicest, like he remembers every single birthday and gives presents and etc. And then there's the narrator, who is just a teacher, and he's divorced by his wife. We don't really get anything more to know about him in the text. But yeah, and in the end, you can also relate the end where they try on the shoe to Cinderella, because they try on, they try the shoe and see if it matches, and if it does, they will get the princess or the prince, which is told in the fairy tale. So yeah.
We can also compare the story to the fairy tale Clumsy Hans, because in Clumsy Hans the princess chooses him because she likes him and not because of his wealth or status.
And she's a very untraditional woman, because she doesn't hate on black people, because the fact that she wants to be with a black slave compared to a wealthy white man definitely makes her a caring person. I don't think she chooses her man after what he has achieved in life or how many money he has, how much money he has. So that is also makes her very independent, and she definitely chooses from with her heart. So yeah, she definitely does not depend on having a wealthy husband again or a white husband again. I don't think she really cares, and definitely don't care what other people say about her. This story was after apartheid, so I think many people still had trouble accepting people liking black people, and had a hard time doing it themselves. So yeah.
In South Africa back then, apartheid divided the country in black and white. This novel takes place after apartheid, because if it has been during apartheid, Sam would probably have been killed, because it was illegal to marry a different colored man or woman back then. Even though this story takes place in the new South Africa, it is very unusual that a white woman or man marries a black woman or man.